situations are, I'll see an agency picking up this animal quickly.
Oh, yes.
But they'll be able to have the funds, and the officer is gonna be paid as a dog handler. And they don't have to worry about separating the two. And as much, like I said, and I agree with Tanisha. I hate to see the dog go, but, you know, all we're doing is destroying him just because we want to keep him, but yet cannot keep him as a city.
Okay, I will entertain a motion.
I'll go ahead and make a motion.
Hold on, Salazar.
Oh,
I was gonna make,
I'm sorry?
I said I was gonna make a motion.
I'll go
Sir,
ahead.
start. Go.
Mayor, I was gonna make a motion, we like you asked, we keep him for 21 days. We can't find no handler, nobody, then we let it go,
Well, it's 20, the program.
20 days.
But, okay.
Because we're gonna pay the 2,500 regardless.
Wait for a second. Okay, motion dies. Entertain a motion?
Yes, ma'am. With a heavy heart, make a motion that we put up that dog for the 20 days and have the company look for somebody that's willing to take him on and that has the funds to be able to take care of him and his fellow officer. Let's make a motion that we go ahead and order him up and find somebody to come and get him.
What's the difference in what the motion I made?
Because they can find it sooner than that. They can find it sooner than the 20 days.
Because aren't you saying you wanted the motion for the,
We're gonna put it up for 20 days.
but you wanted
Wait,
the
wait,
motion.
wait, wait a minute, we've got a motion on the floor, and I second it. That has
There's
to be
no time for
recognized.
discussion.
No,
No, there is discussion on
Yes,
it.
there is.
Council members, please. I have tried to be nice up to this point and to accommodate everybody. I understand this is an agenda item that, you know, is very emotional for all of us. Just be respectful of each other, okay? We do have a motion on the table by Councilmember Salazar to board Jake to find another agency to take him, and seconded by Councilmember Grant. Yes.
We just had class on Robert's Rules of Order today, and there is discussion after the second.
that's right, that's it.
I understand that, and I just,
Okay.
okay,
We just said it.
yes. But I don't want, thank you. I want us all to respect each other up here. We may not like each other, but we are here to do a job that we are elected to do. We are elected to serve our residents that voted us in these seats. Is there any more discussion on that?
I have a question, because I just wanted some clarification purposes. I want to be clear on, is that motion saying that you do not want to continue the K-9 program in Kirby?
That's correct.
Okay, because for me, I feel like we need to be very clear, not just saying we're going to board him until we find him. My thing is, that means that we're either keeping the K-9 program in Kirby, or we are doing away with the
Madam
K-9
Mayor, go
program in
ahead,
Kirby.
let me amend that motion. I make a motion that we allow the company to find another agency for our animal, and that we stop the K-9 program. Second.
We have a motion on the table of Councilmember Salazar amending his motion to end our K-9 program and find Jake a new home. Seconded by Mayor Pro Tem Grant. City Secretary, please call roll.
Councilmember Salazar,
Yes.
Councilmember Greider,
Yes.
Councilmember Street,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin,
No.
Mayor Pro Tem Grant,
Yes.
Councilmember Apodaca,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin, what did you say?
No.
Said no.
Mayor Aldrich,
Did you forget Councilmember Street?
So-
Oh, sorry. My answer is no.
no. It's not.
The motion passes to end our K-9 program. 6B, discussion and possible action on proposed 2021 possible tax rate. We have not received the information from the county, so I'm asking for a motion to table this item. Postpone, sorry, thank you. Postpone until we get the numbers.
It'll be tabled to the next meeting.
They will have it.
They promised by early next week, so, yes.
I'll make the motion to table.
I have a motion on the table by Mayor Pro Tem Grant and Councilmember Salazar to table the discussion of possible action on proposed 2021 property tax rate. City Secretary, please call roll.
Mayor Pro Tem Grant,
Oh, yes.
Councilmember Apodaca,
Yes.
Councilmember Salazar,
Yes.
Councilmember Greider,
Yes.
Councilmember Street,
Yes.
Councilmember Martin,
Yes.
Mayor Aldrich.
Yes. 6C, discussion and direction on the proposed budgets for fiscal year 2021-2022.
Okay, so you have several sheets, and you have the debt service proposed budget, the general fund proposed budget, and the water fund proposed budget. So these are just our first draft of a proposed budget. Since we do not have our tax rate yet, we cannot finalize, of course, what will go into the budget. So we anticipate on the 12th, we'll be able to do both. But I wanted to go over several things with you based on some of the workshops that we've had, just on some of the capital requests from the different departments. So we're going to start with the debt service, just so that you can see. So the very top portion that talks about taxes, that has not been updated. Because again, we don't have that information, so we don't know how much property taxes are anticipated to come in next fiscal year and how much of it will be allocated to the debt service. But at the bottom, under the expenditures, those numbers are updated. And this is to pay the debt service that's supporting our bond, our 2018 series bond for the Ackerman Road project. So we make that payment twice a year, every March and every September. So it shows you the bond principal, that's the first payment, and the bond interest is your second payment. And then there's going to be $3,000 in there to pay the bond agent paying fee. So those are those numbers that we anticipate. We'll be able to fill it in, like I said, once we get the actual estimated taxes that are coming.
So right now, you're suggesting an $8,000 shortfall?
Right, but that's again based on
The
what's listed
current
now.
figures.
It could be more taxes anticipated. Once we get those numbers, we don't know.
Does that include the wish list of the department heads?
No, sir, so this is just our debt service that
Just the
we're
debt
supporting.
service.
Mhm,
And
that's
they're
it.
already $8,000
That's all that's in
short.
here is that, that's the debt service that we're supporting.
Gotcha.
Any other questions on that?
But we can do nothing until you get the other info.
Correct, because it could very well be no deficit. We'll adjust that to make sure we're putting in enough to cover our debt payment.
Okay, so
kind
again,
of-
this is not talking about the 90,000 for the police department for the.
No, sir, we'll get to that in the
Just
general
the debt.
fund. That was just the debt
That's
service.
what I'm trying to establish.
Yeah, that's just the debt that taxes are outright supporting. And the only thing we have right now is the 2018 series bond for the African Grove Street project. That's the only thing.
Sometimes what I'm trying to get you to understand is that there'll be more added to the deficit based on these figures, so hopefully we're gonna get a heck of a lot more in, or else we'll be at a very large deficit. And that's when you start going through this and taking things off.
Okay, so then just a
Our debt is gonna increase.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Well, the amount of debt that we took out, because we know we got a $6.8 million bond, so that was overall debt spread out over 20 years. So we know that each year it's going up a little bit because of the bond payment and the interest payment. So your debt service fund, we set that aside separately just to transfer in enough money from the taxes in the general fund to support that debt.
Then we start talking about the wish list.
Right, we're gonna talk about the wish list debt, but I did want to make two notes to keep in mind. So the only other items that we have that we consider debt are the two leases that we have. So the 2016 Timco street sweeper that we leased will actually be paid off this year. It was a 6-year lease, so our final payment will be September 15th of 2021, and then we will own that. So that's good. And then we have the 2016 Pierce fire pumper that we purchased, and we purchased that one for a 10-year lease, and so it won't be paid off until September of 2024. But we're over halfway there.
And there's another fire truck on the wish list, right?
That was on Chief Bill Bird's wish list, but that did not make the proposed budget.
Okay. Just check.
All right, so we'll go to our general fund, and just, it starts with the revenue section. Nothing has been, nothing's been changed on your property taxes or the amount of taxes owed to San Antonio. So that second number that you see under taxes says property taxes current COSA. That's the city of San Antonio annual tax payment that we're paying back for the boundary adjustment that we got in 2016. And you remember that was a 15-year agreement that we will give them back half of the property taxes, franchise fees, and sales taxes for 15 years for acquiring that boundary.
And what year are we in?
So we made our first payment in 20,